Okay, 90 minutes are up, and now it's time to see how we went on with our mash. Hopefully it should have stayed somewhere in the vicinity of 90 degrees, of 66 degrees. Right then, you see under the lid of my mash tun there, I've got another copper manifold. I'll explain why that's there in a bit. Okay, let's have a look at the temperature. .66 degrees, so that's pretty much perfect. Okay, right then, now what we need to do is sparge. So put the lid back on, take the lid off the boiler, to do here. I have to run the wort into this jug very slowly. And what this does is it helps the grain settle. Not quite that slow. Helps the grain settle, so you get a good grain bed so that it filters out all the little bits, and you can see the little bits coming through here, and that's not what we want. So it's coming out quite cloudy, and that's not going to be good in our final beer. It'll come out a bit quicker than that. Don't come out too quick and we'll end up with a stuck mash. Basically all the fine particles block the holes in the manifold, and the wort can't escape the mash tun. It's a bit of a tedious process. Probably hear the boilers boiling behind me. Should switch one of them off now actually. See, the water that I put in the mash tun starts to resemble beer. Although if we were to ferment it at this strength, it would become very strong sweet beer. We recycle this, so what I do now, take the lid back off the mash tun, put this on top of the grain so I don't disturb the grain bed. It's basically a plastic lid with loads of holes in. And I'm going to tip the wort back in. It'll just filter into the grain bed gently. we go, that's filtering through. Now I've got to do this 3 or 4 times until it starts to come through clear without bits in. So, once I've finished that, I'll start the sparge. Okay then, right, I've recycled the wort and now it's time to start the sparge. So I'll open the tap in this, let the water flow through, that'll come through this pipe here, which is connected to a manifold inside the lid, which sprinkles it. See, sprinkles it onto the grain on the inside there. The idea is to raise the level of water to 1 inch above the grain, which is a bit tricky I find because the grain floats a bit. So that's the idea. At the same time now, I can start to run the wort into the boiler. Again, it has to go in nice and slowly, and this is going to take ages because there's going to be about 52 litres of this hopefully. Again, the reason why I don't want to run it too quickly is because all the fine particles of grain run to the bottom and create what we call a stuck mash, and the wort stops coming out the tap basically. So there we go. So I'll run that through, and the reason I've got the small hot liquor tun at the top there is because the large ones won't fit because of the roof. The roof's not high enough. Okay, and I'll keep topping up the small hot liquor tun until all the water's run through the grain into the boiler, and once the wort covers the elements, I'll then switch the boiler on.